Yes, yes, people, it's me, it's Obby, and today I'm bringing you my breakdown of Mythic L'URA. It finally died today, so let's have a look at it, shall we? A little look at it. So, we're popping our burst at the start here. Now, I have a focus macro that focuses onto boss frame 2, which is one of those matrices, and then I interrupt it with another macro. I'm always going to be gripping the furthest. If you're looking into the room, into the center of the room, this would be like the left hand gems, but like I always do the ones that are closest to the wall as well. So if there's any stragglers, my boy Lichkron will grab those for me. We're playing Frost in this fight. This fight is a great fight. I enjoyed progressing it very, very much. There's two avenues of DPS you can do. The best DPS realistically for the fight is just doing straight up single target build and just popping your cooldowns on cooldown, really. I find that you're not really going to. There's some other places you can put your DPS, so you can save your damage and your cooldowns for the ads and do some significant P1 damage, but it won't be that good boss damage, and that is what Frost is really good at. Very good at boss damage. But you can see here, we're actually destroying the meters right now. So I'm just basically going to be using my cooldowns on cooldown. I'm playing two-hander Frost. I'm playing just a regular Deathbringer Breath build, not Breathbane, not Frostbane. There's no point playing those because there's no other ads. So Frostbane would very irregularly proc, in which it's not worth it. Those glaives are dangerous. They will kill you. They will one-shot you, basically. If you're very lucky, you might absorb a big shield, and then you can survive it. But I should know firsthand that you die a lot. I died a lot here. So if you do your cooldowns on cooldown as soon as you start the fight, you actually can line up this next pillar with the gems. So I am actively trying to do my cooldowns as fast as possible. I don't want to waste any time, otherwise this next pillar will not be aligned with the next set of gems. But also I really want to save my recall for this next set of gems as well, because there's going to be lots of targets and I'm going to have pillar. So I'm saving that recall, and I really want to kind of make it work here. You see there, bang, did my pillar, did my reaper. I could have probably waited until they were all grouped so I could get some cryogenic chamber value, maybe then recall my dragon. But to be honest, I don't know how fast they'll die, so I just wanted to get it all done and out, and then continue doing damage. So when I'm not expecting to Remorseless Winter or Frost Scythe here at all, so literally when those orbs come, I'm just ignoring them. They die to passive cleave. Everyone else kills them. To my reluctancy, they get to take the damage off me. So here, this is the last set of signs until phase 2. I think personally this fight is not too difficult in the position that I'm in. Like, I'm not a gem carrier, so their fight is not on me. Like, all I have to do is avoid, whereas gem carriers, they have a much harder time. So we're going to unload our burst here. When you breathe here, this stage is going to finish in 30 seconds. We have our burst in 30 seconds as well. However, we do get stunned for a little bit. Now, you could either send your recall, or you can save it for the next pillar. However, the next is tight. The timer is tight. You have to pillar and reaper instantly when you get into the next phase and recall your dragon to get during that phase. But honestly, there's no real reason to. So I'm just unloading here. I'm spending killer machines as much as possible. As soon as I get a killer machine, I really want to spend it. Spending my rhymes if I can't spend a killer machine, but I don't want to use rhyme in case the Howling Blades effect talent that I am spec'd into will give me a killer machine. So I don't want to use rhyme if I already have a killer machine. I want to spend that killer machine first. Now I'm going to do my pillar. I have all of my empowering weapon charges for my pillar window as well. Put that AMZ down in the middle, get into the AMZ, and now my position is right behind the orange marker, which is really nice. That was not the strongest pillar ever, but it wasn't too bad. I like to use AMS on the signs. If I get a sign on like the first phase, I will use AMS on that as it comes around. But also I like to use AMS here when I have the circle, when I'm targeted with the circle. Not soaking this because normally the healers have a healing thing assigned, but also you have an AMZ there, so there's no point stacking up two defensives. I send AMS here, get my little circle, and I'm laughing. I'm absolutely fine. I also spec'd into Death Pact for this one because there's not really much else to really spec into, and Death Pact with Death's Defiance is a fucking great heal. 50% on a 1 minute cooldown, which is basically healed off instantly. That's an insane pick. I think this is slept on so hard. I get targeted with this, and I need to go to the right of the circle marker, so I'm just stepped 1 foot to the right, but still in the AMZ. Now I'm still going back to my original position, but after this circle soak, I will have a soak that will push me back into the regular realm, so I need to make sure that I'm pushed back into the correct position. So those last orbs come in. Now here, if the cooldowns sort of allowed for it, I could just pop my cooldowns here and then have a couple seconds of bursting on this right now, and then make my way back to the boss. Maybe lose a couple seconds, but I decided it was not going to be worth it. I have seen some logs where they do that. In this specific case, I thought, you know what, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to want to get to the boss, and I want to do a full uninterrupted 45-second burst, even if it does put me 10 seconds behind in terms of lust. It's fine. We're still doing some epic damage. Now, I need to soak this, and I need to avoid these constellations. And literally, the best way that I can possibly give, best piece of advice avoiding these constellations is if the distance between those constellations are very constant, right? Like the orbs, they are all very small distances, but they're all the same. So as long as if there's an irregular distance, like a slightly further distance between two orbs, you know you're not going to get hit by them because it just doesn't work that way. Now here we have the matching game, and diamond needs to match first, then the upside down triangle, and then cross. You can also just stand in the middle if you see like a square of them. Just stand in the middle. You know it's not going to happen there. We're bursting, and I'm just doing my breath finally. During my breath window, I'm literally just spamming Killing Machine as much as I can. I'm using my Empowered Rune Weapon Charge. If I A, don't have a Killing Machine, or B, I need to wait more than 2 seconds for a rune, just not worth it. Just spend the Empowers. The Empowers are even going to make your Obliterates do more damage, so you really do want to focus on getting as many of these used up in your pillar window as you can. Yeah, as you can. Soak that. That was kind of close, dude. I thought I was going to die there, but we didn't. Now we're getting super close now. We're getting very, very low. This is probably going to be one of the last soaks we do. I'm doing my pillar. I managed to take my next thingy over, my next recall, and I just walked through a fucking constellation there, dude. I don't know if you saw that. I literally walked through a constellation, somehow survived, which is scary. I'm topping the meters right now, which is pretty beast. And then we move into phase 4. Put this down, just do a little bit more damage. Come on, boys. We get to phase 4. Now, I used my potion before with the breath just then. Shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. I lost so much damage by not bringing my recklessness pot into this phase. Though you're doing extra damage here, so that recklessness potion is basically doubling your mastery, which is going to be doubling your damage, well, increasing your mastery by a fucking shitload. So realistically, you want that recklessness potion here to just stack it on top. So everything here, I'm absolutely creaming right now. And then it got to this part, and this is where it kind of fell off for me a little bit. So the way that we handle the blades, we go left, we go right. The left one pops off, and then the guy to the left goes to the left. That makes sense. Left, right, left. Left, right, left. So we are continuing to burst here. We move a little bit early so that the boss has its beam behind us. I'm just going to keep bursting. I want to just do as much damage as physically possible here. We're slowly climbing. Up and up. Now, you don't really want to cast Obliterate without any killing machines attached to it as well. Still the same. As the way you play Frost right now is the exact same way you've always been playing Frost. I have a Frost guide as well up that you can have a look at, which will tell you how to play Frost. The only difference is you just press Frost Worm way earlier. But I also have my full written guide too, which you can have a look at, which is fully up to date, and that is linked in that video too. But anyway, some people start to dip off here. We have 4 deaths. I'm scared. I'm really scared. At this point, I think, oh fuck, are we really going to wipe right now? But no, we destroy that boss. Happy noises, even with 5 deaths. But yeah, we finish on top. Details is massively lying here when I look at the log. I'm certainly not at the top there, but I'm 280. I was 287 on this kill, item level wise, and that amulet of the abyssal hymn. I get that. Your boy probably gets that, but this is a great fight. What a fucking sick end boss for the first tier of the expansion. The secret phase as well is pretty dope. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed progging this a lot. it was getting a bit long, but to be honest, it's good to know that that having more damage does make phase 3 so much easier. And then that last phase there, it's a breeze. It's the same thing. You just have to move and then do the left, right, left, then move, then do the left, right, left, and after that, it's good. But yeah, this is a great boss. This is going to probably go down as one of the best bosses I think they've ever made. Even though the arena isn't like, the arena is not that different. You do get phase in a couple different places, but realistically, it's just this bit. It's great. Like, I still think it's a fantastic boss. The boss itself is really cool as well. I can't wait to make the thumbnail for this boss. I think it's going to be great. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. That's been Mythic L'URA. If you have any tips for the boss, leave them in the comments below. But if you like the video, then like the video. And if you want to stay up to date with Death Knight news, then subscribe, chaps. Honestly, what are you doing if you're not subscribed? Yeah, this has been fantastic. If you want to join our conversations and hop onto my Discord and be a part of my community, and I am, if you are Twitch subs or if you're a Patreon and you can submit me a VOD of your gameplay, I will review it on YouTube for content. I will make money out of you. I love you guys so much. Take care. If you're interested in coaching, then hit me up for coaching. But anyways, goodbye. It's been too long. Bye.